My name is Petula and this is All Things Agile.
Hi there! Welcome to the final video in the series of the 5 values of Scrum. We visited courage, focus, respect and openness, and today we are closing with commitment. I saved commitment for last for 2 reasons. The first being, commitment is a binary thing. You cannot be half committed. You cannot be half married or half graduated. It is a yay or a nay type of thing. The second reason being, I personally find that this is one of Scrum's most misunderstood value. The team, the Scrum team, is not committing to delivery. I know, important distinction. They are committing to the process. Now, the process is empirical, so the Scrum team knows by the end of a sprint, they will have results. Results can, of course, be delivery, but it can also be learning. You know me by now. We are going to take a quick look into what the dictionary says about commitment. Commitment is an agreement or a pledge to do something in the future. Commitment is the state or an instance of being obligated or emotionally impelled. That is great because the team is committed, is invested, as we saw, on a vision. They have a mission. They are not so invested on deadlines. Deadlines, when will that thing be done? Is it ready yet? All those things are related to forecasting. Forecasting is a very important notion, but it deserves its own discussion. So we'll save that for another time. So the team is not committed to a deadline. That is not to say that the team is not pursuing the ultimate goal of delivering a product that delights their customers in a timely manner. That is precisely what they're doing. But it will look like this. The first, commitment to quality, committing to applying themselves, committing to do their best work, committing to remain open and honest about what's going on in the sprint. What is the state of affairs? What have you discovered? What have you found out? Commitment to focus. That's the easy one. Now, the second one that I want to say is about more of the emotionally invested one that we saw in the dictionary definition. The Scrum team, they commit twice. They commit as a team and they commit as individuals. As a team, we are applying ourselves there through the work, and as individuals, we are committing to each other. This is such a powerful interpretation because if you think about it, we are both keeping our eyes on the prize and having each other's back. The third thing to mention about commitment, talk about goals, right? Especially the sprint goal. It is fixed. You cannot change that thing midway in the sprint. However, very important, I don't see it mentioned often. You can and you should change the tasks and even user stories, if you want to call them like that, that you selected for the sprint. Change that, abandon, add new ones, anything in order to support the sprint goal. And lastly, one that I don't see talked often or associated to commitment, but I do. The Scrum team commits to the customer. Yes, it's what guides the team's mission. The product backlog, the product goal, those things represent the customer agenda, the customer needs. And the team will constantly challenge any assumptions and any direction that seems to be looking the other way. In order to do that, the team needs what? They need courage, and the circles of value is now going around again. If you have been following the series so far, you know what's coming. It is measurement. Yes, so we can and we should be measuring commitment for our team. We can do that in the quantitative way. We can do that in the qualitative way. Quantitative, we are focused on accuracy, not on precision. We're not going for the decimal numbers. That is not what we're after. We just think about a gauge, a scale. There are many ways of doing that. You can do it as a check-in activity on the team events and other team meetings. You can have a little dashboard that the team can actually interact with throughout the whole sprint, and you see, the level of engagement and commitment moving. There are many ways, of doing that. Now, if you're interested in going a more qualitative route, that means that you're going to be asking different questions and you're going to be thinking about what kind of behaviors you can observe that will be pointing to the level of commitment that you can find within the team. So let's take a look at what those questions could look like. Does the team honor the daily scrum? Remember, the team commits to the process, so it is expected. Does the team leave the sprint planning feeling positive? Did they host a confidence vote of, let's say, 4 or more? Does the team take action when they detect errors? It could be, from a broken build to some inconsistencies in requirements. Does the team make their own decisions, or are they being imposed on by someone else's sprint goals? Does the team regularly revisit their working agreements and, commit to them regularly? We are closing the chapter on the Scrum values with commitment. All the values are the support system, the pillar even of Scrum. If the practices within your team are shaky at best, I would gauge their stance on the values. I do find that when the values are not properly lived by the team, Scrum will definitely suffer. If you haven't already, get the checklist in the description down below that I prepared. It just contains a bunch of questions that you can use to gauge each and every value. And if you haven't already, watch the other 4 videos in this series to get a full understanding of the Scrum values in action. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series. I hope, it was something useful for you. I will close for now, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.